it's recording.
It's not.
You're not going to catch me with that funny stuff.
It's not recording.
Wait, what the fuck? It's not recording.
Exactly. Know this.
I was going to say that it wasn't recording.
Now it sounds like it's
If
on.
it was, even if it was recording, I was going to say that it wasn't recording.
Now it's on?
Yeah. No, it's still not on.
Is it on yet?
It's not on.
Oh.
I'm not lying to you. It's not on.
Smell that? That's the smell of cap.
It's still not recording.
It's not recording.
Wait, what?
Still not recording.
I don't believe you.
Believe what?
Believe what?
Is the live stream started?
Hmm?
The live stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been going. It caught a good
No,
amount
I
of that,
swallowed
actually.
the burp.
Hello and welcome back to the Fun Show, our spiritual audience. I am Paul Zachariah, your dungeon master and guide through the mythic lands of Theros. Today, before I talk about the players to my left and to my right, I have to impose a game upon you.
Track.
Cock.
Trick.
Track.
Cock.
Trick.
Track.
Truck.
Cock.
Track.
Cock.
Trick.
Track.
Cock.
Trick.
Cock.
Track.
No, you're supposed to do truck.
Truck.
Trick.
Cock.
Truck.
Cock.
Trick.
No, you're supposed to do track. We were on track.
Trick.
Track.
Cock.
Trick.
Cock.
Trick.
No,
Cock.
that was supposed to be truck.
Today.
Pray.
Well, I don't know. Are you guys?
Go.
We're good. We're good.
I have today a player to my right.
That is factually correct.
You're about to say
And
factually incorrect.
their name is David Kessler. They're playing the role of Abdullah Firefer, or Blopus Bluefer, or Grola Greyfer.
Or Yola Yellowfur.
No.
Or
No.
And
No.
I have a player to
No,
my
no.
left.
No, this is not how it's supposed to go.
hello, my name is Jericho Dizon. I'm playing Desmond the Tigerback, your lovely eldritch.
God, I was wondering when you
fighter.
dropped the accent, the
And
normal accent, because you just speak weird.
Our American accent is like weird, man.
yeah, so sorry.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Sorry, we're
You're
actually
lovely.
Australian. We've been trying to pass as USAs this entire time. No,
yeah. Look,
instead we were
Yankees.
Aussies.
Cook.
Balls,
Balls.
torture.
That's all things American
And
like.
Together, we would like to welcome you
Our
back
Nick.
to the Fun Show. We'd like to.
This is unhinged.
We would like to welcome you back to the Fun Show where we're
Making
it
it
up
as
as we go. That's the Fun Show.
Nick.
And me too.
And my ex. Dear Spirits, this program is intended for a mature audience.
As
For
you
all
can
the young
tell.
ghouls at home, please be advised. Let's talk about where we left off last time. Last time we left off, we had given a final send-off to Thanatos.
David.
In his final moments, you heard one of the alchemical pneumatic pistons in his legs make that exact sound, as he was then just teleported away via a plane shift spell cast by a retriever that Stamatitis built, teleporting him right in front of Mumra, and he began to broadcast, in a sense, his final moments. We said sayonara to a brave and mighty hero, and we come back to the scene of Cornmos being ravaged by all these corpse collectors and stamatitis to boot. We come to, in the initiative here, on Cecil Day's turn, we had just checked in with him. The cadaver collector had gotten a natural 1, and Cecil Day had continued to engulf this thing. We then check in on the cadaver collectors, and so the cadaver collector near D and Tony is going to move first. That's the first one we're going to check in on here. So for those slam attacks, let's see here. That's going to be 13 and a 23. So the first attack was against you, D. The second attack was against your dad. Does a 23 hit Tony?
Yes, it does.
So Tony is going to take a total of 23 halved. So that would
11.
be 11. Yep. And that is its multi-attack, the 2 slam attacks, and then it's going to release another paralyzing breath. And so I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw for yourself and for Tony.
What's the DC?
The DC is 18.
DC is 18? Okay.
Yep.
What's it called? Tony passes.
Tony passes.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude.
Hold up. I call my pious protection.
Pious protection. Can you read that for me, please, just in case?
If you fail the saving throw, you can ask for a reroll.
Okay. And so who do you appeal to out of the people you have piety with? Out of the gods that you currently hold piety with? Yeah.
I do Erois because Erois is one for victory, and I call to him because he's like, well, you want me to win, like, you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get that
absolutely.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, so you call on your pious protection, give me a reroll, right?
And then, you know, today's not been going great.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
I got a 14.
So you fail the Constitution saving throw, so you will then be paralyzed for 1 minute. A paralyzed creature repeats a saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself with a success. So when we come back to your turn, you can make another saving throw for that, but that's for now the cadaver collector's turn. And so the 23 will hit Tony. We already did the damage for that, covered the other action here, and we move on in the order with the rest of these cadaver collectors.
That's not a concentration thing, is it?
What?
The paralyzing ray?
It's not a ray. It's like
a
a breath attack.
Breath.
So no, there's no Constitution saving throw. Yeah, there's no converse on that cadaver collector.
Mhm.
He has no shoes at all. And one of the other cadaver collectors that we're checking in with here was casually tearing things up down one of the streets nearby, maybe 60 to 70 feet away from you and the scene of fighting stamatitis. Do you see another cadaver collector fighting one of the bands that has aroused from within the city, a band called Grim Process? You see a bunch of Leonin leap into action, playing their mandolins, and some just singing as they get its attention and take it off of your plate of things to deal with at the moment. However, a little bit off to the side, there is another cadaver collector that continues to approach, and it crashes through a cart of a couple barrels as it is maybe 30 feet from you now after having used all of its movement. And that is its turn. Let's move on to the other cadaver collectors. The cadaver collector near Cecil is going to make another Constitution saving throw to see whether or not it takes damage for, that's a natural 20. So it instantly breaks the engulfment that Cecil Day had on it. You hear the snapping of some bronze wires and vines as it breaks out and begins to slam onto Cecil. So it's going to make 2 slam attacks here. That's a 27 and a 30 to hit. Those are both going to hit. And Cecil Day is going to take here so I don't spoil my numbers. All right, and double check what his HP is at the moment.
Paralyzed. Oh. You can't take any actions or reactions.
But I can take bonus actions. I can heal myself.
Bonus actions are good.
It's actions
Cecil
or
Day.
reactions,
I
not
think-
bonus actions.
I think that counts. No, that's a separate thing. Oh, fuck.
I've fact checked it a bunch of times.
There you go.
Like, fuck it. Brendan Lee Mulligan says that tracks too. So
Sorry.
if you're paralyzed, you can't take actions or reactions, but you can take bonus actions and legendary actions.
Well, yeah, some of the things are very specific to say, like, oh, yeah, you can't take actions or reactions under this condition. And so if it's going to be specific about actions or reactions, it might as well be specific about, like, bonus actions and movement or whatever. Not to say I approve specifically Brennan's thing, do what you want at your table, but returning to the topic at hand here, this cadaver collector busts the fuck out of Cecil Day's engulfment and goes to slam down for 87 points of damage. Instantly, not KOing, but knocking Cecil Day out as you see some of the marbling structure crumble. You see one of the arms completely made of vine now. You see the golden mask that he wears is kind of dented in on the side a little bit. And you see his mythic trait activate as his vines don't necessarily stop after he's knocked out. Almost like a spider, he begins to writhe. Like the shambling mound he is. It all goes kind of haywire once that consciousness is not really directing it. And so for a couple of moments, it begins to swell up and up and up. And you see Cecil Day is covered in this bark on his right arm and his stone structure as he's stood back up. Mask still dented, arm no longer made of stone, but with extra cushioning at the moment with this bark kind of surrounding and protecting him in this moment. And that is another cadaver collector's turn. That's what happens. And so we move on to the other cadaver collectors next in the turn order. Okay, so another cadaver collector goes up to the Hunter's Gun Collective, and I'm going to tell you full disclosure now, in between things, I had rolled 2 D100s to represent the HP pools of each of the different bands here. And so Hunter's Gun Collective, cards on the table, has 98 hit points. I'm going to ask you to roll a D100, and I'm going to roll an attack here.
That's a 28.
A 28. Okay. The cadaver collector rolled a 29. Not to say that I was asking for AC there. However, that just means that there is a damage threshold, basically. And that damage threshold is going to be 20. What did you roll?
28.
Okay, so the damage threshold to actually damage the Hunter's Gun Collective is 28. So we rolled a 29 on the roll. We're going to roll for the damage now. And that is 29. Again, total damage. So how much does that negate by? 29 minus 20 something.
Oh, wait. 28?
28, yeah?
Maybe. I don't
Is
know
that
which
what you
numbers. I don't know what numbers. I rolled a 28.
Yeah, so the Hunter's Gun Collective at this moment in time from this cadaver collector takes 1 HP of damage. And that is that guy's turn. The others slowly close in on the Hunter's Gun Collective and the Mad Androids with their movement. And you see that they're like, if we were using the rule, they would be flanking at this moment in time, but we're not. And so these cadaver collectors roll up to attack as well, and they've got the damage threshold as well. And so we're going to go ahead and roll for those real quick. right, so the second one was a 38, so that's a total of 10 damage against the Hunter's Gun Collective.
Damn.
And you see Brador get clipped by one of the slam attacks. You see Eileen barely dodging out of the way of some of the rock shrapnel that cracks out of the floor that has been paved by the hard work of the Bob's Builders corporation that resides here in Cornwall. Okay, cool. And then a couple of the other ones are going to attack here. This is just a bunch of math. So, calculator.
Calculate.
Okay. So collectively, that would have been 107 damage. But between 4 cadaver collectors, that threshold is 28 each time. 28 times 4 is
28 times 4, you're looking at 90 something. No, 100 something. Or divide.
80.
Well, no, because it's
24.
so 30,
So it's
30,
104.
30 times
is
4.
It's 104.
20.
Yeah, 30 times 4 is already 120 minus you said
It's 28. 20 times 4, 80. 28. 8 times 4, 24, 104.
8 times 4 is 32.
Yes.
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. It's 120.
Oh, shit.
120 minus 8 is 112.
112. All right.
Because 30, because
Yes.
you just
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it
yeah.
up 2 numbers, make it 30, and then
So,
minus it.
At this moment in time,
I was so
with
sure.
all of the
Yeah.
other cadaver collectors,
So I was like,
the Hunter's Gun Collective and the Mad Androids managed to stave things off as far as that damage threshold goes. Collectively, the damage they dealt, you see a bunch of things smashing and crashing. The stone of the fountain has cracked, and water is running all over the pavilion here, out into the streets. You see a bunch of feathers in the air as they're slowly falling down from Dola's sneeze. There is the boxes that a bunch of these cadaver collectors, all of the produce of the Sanguine Sisters Research Laboratory, all of the Bob's Builders material items have been totally thrashed up here. As we continue in the order, that's all the cadaver collectors. The Irenes is then going to attack Dola twice, and then is going to train 1 arrow at D here. The fiendish devil.
is Steve not fighting it?
Currently climbing up. Once we get to your turn, he'll use the rest of his movement to get up there. That said, I mean, he could still use his reaction.
Well,
on
no,
this
I
round,
would.
right?
No, it's okay, because like Oath of Glory technically has extended movement, and he would be able to make it in if he started to go up, but it's okay.
Fair enough.
I'm just like, I don't know. It's okay.
Well, there's like 10 feet to get to the wall, and then 30 feet to climb up.
He
right?
has probably 50 feet of movement because there's
Okay.
only one, but it doesn't matter because he's not there yet. So
Fair enough. That said, a 19 and an 11 to hit Dola here, so only one of those will hit.
hits. High.
I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw for the poison effect.
That is a synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20. So you pass. You are not poisoned. However, you still take the damage here. And that's going to be a total of 28 points of damage. That is a combination of piercing and poison. That said, that's that. And then the Irenes rolls an 11 to attack D. The arrow clicks off and falls over into the fountain. That is the Irene's turn. Then we come to Fertone, who goes to attack one of these cadaver collectors. And that is going to be, let's see here. A 19 and a 22 will hit. And so that's going to be 2d8. So
Oh, boy.
Fertone deals 33 points of radiant damage to one of these cadaver collectors. Oh man, it's on death's door with singular digits of HP remaining. That is Fertone's turn. Cecil Day still has the inspiration. That would move on to D and the family.
Okay.
Let's cover Steve first, actually. He finishes climbing up, right?
Steve is just going to be, at least to make it easy for us, distracting the Irene. Very much so, just because he's going to go and knock him in the face with a shield.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. So there's a fight or a brawl going on there. And so break that into a D100 contest.
Mhm.
So you're rolling for Steve, I'm rolling for the Irenes.
$94.
23, jeez.
He's the beacon of hope.
4. And
Steve.
so he basically
Punch.
body checks her with the shield as soon as he climbs up, and her bow is snapped. And so she begins to engage in, she puts her bow away.
Unchained by the children now having to protect them, now having fled and just protecting everyone else.
Yep.
He's now be able to cut loose. Very much so.
Absolutely. And Steve begins to engage in combat. We have Atalanta. She's going to take a shot against Stamatitis.
Mhm.
I'm going to ask you to roll. Well, I think this is a ballista, right?
It is.
And so let me pull up my bestiary here. See if I have it pulled up at the moment. I don't think I do, so I'm going to look. Oh,
I got it.
what
Ballista
is
5E.
that, +6?
It
Can I make
is.
it ballista?
Yeah, it's a +6 to hit, but it's her. Basically, I would add her proficiency at least a +4, just because she's shooting it.
I would argue that she's a level 17 something, just like
Well,
Tony.
then even more. It would be even. Yeah, it would be like +14 then.
So proficiency at level 17 is what, like a +5, right? Or a +6?
Way
I
more.
think it's a +6.
But if she's adding,
So 6 + 6 is a +12 total to the roll.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
You said +12.
Yes.
It is a 18. I'm going to expend the help action for Ajax to help Atalanta this time. Does 18 hit?
No. 18
Yeah, then-
does not.
Then I'm using Ajax's help action
So
to help
Ajax is
Atalanta.
giving the help action to Atalanta.
That's way better. How does a 28 sound?
28 will hit.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to ask you to, at this moment in time, roll a d100.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
$49.
49.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
While you
Stamatitis's Hulkbuster does not look bloodied yet.
it's at this moment that
I
okay.
think I'm going to yet again invoke my rule of cool token. I think Tony is about to do something very heroic, and what I think that is that he's going to see that you're paralyzed and use almost an attack, if you will. He's going to attack once against Stamatitis with all of his might to knock him off kilter for a second to buy some time, and he's going to football pass your body up to Steve, and he's going to say, "Get out of here!" cool do you, my friends?
Can
This
I-
is you,
think
dude.
is?
Can I
what
be
is the
real?
coolest-
This
Can
is
I be
you.
real?
Sure.
I think that's even more endangering for him to throw it to Steve. Why would he throw it to Steve, not his wife? I would.
Okay.
So if you want to say you want to throw it to Steve,
So
gonna
if I
say-
change it to Atlanta, that changes things.
it would change things because it
Okay.
wouldn't make sense. You know.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's
I
valid.
would say
I could
that's-
instantly retcon
yeah.
that.
I'd say that's pretty cool. I would throw it. You'd have to beat a 13.
A 13.
Mm-hmm. Because that's
I thought that I was thinking 13 too, except I second guessed myself, and then I thought 10. And then
I
you
say
said
13 because
And now I'm
it's
speaking right now.
Is that
and it's-
final?
yeah, 13 is final.
It's a 17. So
Uh,
I think here's what happens is Tony sees that you have fallen paralyzed due to this paralyzing breath, right? And he goes to swing up against Stamatitis, and for this portion, he's doing a large chunk of damage. As this is almost like a primal fighting for survival rage. I'm going to ask you to roll a D100 to see how much damage he does straight up.
99.
Like an automatic hit.
Yo!
99? Jesus. As
Yo!
he bloodies the thing finally. Minus 99. Okay. Awesome. And the suit takes that much damage as he knocks Stamatitis off kilter. He turns around, sweeps you up after you've fallen paralyzed, and hurtles you over 100, 200 feet almost.
You've got the football
Toward-
spin in the air.
as that's happening, I'm bonus actioning second level healing myself. It's 2d8 plus my intelligence.
Or
So-
you're still stunned,
Not stunned, paralyzed.
paralyzed.
Can take bonus
Bonus
actions.
Right, bonus action cure wounds.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep. That's the way the news goes.
Yep. So I have 15 points of health, which drops me to 16. And then
you're thrown literally 120 feet.
and then I break out of I
Yo.
land on my feet because
You-
it's the end of my turn. So I take the save and I got an 18 plus 8, that's 26.
Yeah,
So I-
yeah, that
so I-
passes the con save to be unparalyzed.
So then
Cat lands on his
cat
feet.
lands. And as that happens,
You land right next to your mother.
Tony being smart, he smacks him off kilter, turns around, throws, takes a 30-foot leap onto a building.
And decides to double take the Irenes at the top of the roof there and get out of the way. However, he will take an opportunity attack for that. This is all rule of cool token though. That said, that's exactly what happens. He's thrown D. Atalanta receives, and D lands feet first onto the gunning platform. Yeah. And so for Tony's turn, I think that's what Tony's turn would have been. you
Yeah,
know? And so-
Tony's everything turn. Yeah, and then he hit him with everything, and he's still
And if he jumps up, I'm gonna have him take an opportunity attack. I don't know.
that's okay.
This is an auto hit slam from Stamatitis, so you're gonna take 30 damage that's already halved because it's normally 60.
Drops to 1.
Drops to 1. That's the auto, right?
Mhm.
All right. And so he's up on the building there. That would bring it back to the initiative. D, Tony, Ajax, Atalanta. I need you to roll a D100 to check in on the rest of the family. Uguay, Symmetra, Balder and Hera, Big, Will, and Primrose.
God damn.
I think, like
Did you?
I rolled a 0, 0 zeros, which
Yeah.
is single digits,
Yeah,
and I rolled a 1. I don't
you
know.
rolled a
People
natural 1.
are pretty hurt. But the Tigerbacks are still going, and especially that's something that's real.
See that
No.
Uguay and Symmetra haven't come back yet. you see Balder and Hera. If I were to give them like a little block here, I would say that they are down to a total of like maybe 50 HP. That's Balder and Hera, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
keep going.
I'll give you a second here. Sorry.
Just gotta get that out of the way. We'll cut that out.
Okay. Why isn't it updating my token? Right. That makes more sense now. All right. And then, okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And so I would say that if Balder and Hera were to have HP at this moment in time, they are down to a total of 50 HP. And that's as they're kiting this cadaver collector as it smashed through the entirety of the Elder's Chieftain Hall without any harm, successfully due to Balder and Hera, that Zach's burnt corn shrine for the burnt corn sack is preserved still perfectly, just a little soggier from the rain, as they kite this cadaver collector out into the pavilion with the rest of you guys, almost joining the fray. And you see its posse of specters roll in behind. That is Balder and Hera. And you see Big Will and Primrose. You only see this due to the fact that Big Will is big for a reason, and it almost like Ant-Man style kind of enlarges on the other side of the city of Cornmos across the river nearby the Mad Androids and the Hunter's Gun Collective. He breaks out and begins to stomp. What was your you rolled a natural 1, and so you see that he goes to step on these guys, and he like pokes his foot and shrinks back down to a normal size. And Primrose goes in to like try to tip one over, and she's stuck underneath the ground. They're in a pretty tough time, just trying to join the cadence of combat between the two different bard parties already. That is the family check-in here. So that was all of your guys' turn. This would be Stamatitis' turn now. Tony has just jumped up onto the roof. We already did the opportunity attack. Just double checking stuff here. So this Hulkbuster suit, very similar to the real one, has a flying speed. It flies up 30 feet with its hovering movement, and it goes to slam once. And that is an automatic 60 damage. And Tony has come out of the rage. Well, Tony he's always does not. Raging.
No,
always raging, even in death, right?
He doesn't rage, and he has relentless rage. So just to give clarification, starting at 11th level, you can keep fighting despite grievous wounds. If you drop to 0 hit points and don't die outright, which he will not,
he didn't go unconscious.
You can make a DC 10 con save, and he's already got a plus 11, so he's fine there. If you succeed, you drop to 1. Each time you use this feature, the DC increases by 5. So every time he gets hit, so this is 15. And if you're not worrying about, and he makes 16.
16. I rolled a 5. That's the first save, right?
That's no. What?
This suit has a multi-attack.
Yeah, that's the first save.
Yep. And so it goes to attack again with another 60 damage.
Fuck. Plus 11.
I know. That time he gets. Yeah, no, he gets knocked out.
Tony goes unconscious. Steve battling the Irene. Stamatitis positions the mech so that the energy begins to channel into this infernal ball in the center, and it begins to burn.
He has that too again.
More turns.
This is the final part of it. The Blazing Edict. It's an energy.
Can that reach us? Because I'm over 150
I don't think
feet.
it's attacking you. I think it's attacking Tony and Steve.
Tony and Steve are not on the same building.
I literally just narrated that Tony had jumped up onto the building fighting the Irenes with Steve.
That was a miscommunication. I put him on a separate building. Why would I put him next to someone where he'd swing at another person? It's okay. If you want it that way, you can.
All right, sure. So I'm going to move the tokens around here. Stamatitis is up on the other building across the side here from the corner market. He's actually on top of the corn depot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so on top of the corn depot, Stamatitis hovers up 30 feet, right? And he uses 10 feet of movement to position himself south of Tony. And so in this Blazing Edict, let me just double check it here. It's a 60-foot cube. And so the range on that between Steve and Tony is 50 feet.
Would that also...
Dola would also be caught in this.
I guess
in the air?
Yes. You're in the air. It's a 60-foot cube. So that's height, width, length.
The entire thing?
My question... Yeah.
You're coming across here. Yeah.
My question is, does he get to choose his targets? Because technically you would be hitting the Irene as well.
Arcane energy emanates from the Meru's chest in the 60-foot cube. Every creature in that area takes 45 radiant damage. Okay, you know what? I'm going to continue to press it here and say that he positions it and...
Because I'm like positioning the battlefield in my head. There's no way he'd be able to get Dola and Steve,
hold on,
and not get the Irene. It would have to be all three or none at all.
Reading it here says arcane energy emanates from the Meru's chest in a 60-foot cube. So that would just get Dola and Tony.
So then, where is he? Because if Dola, are you by Steve?
The distance between Steve and Tony is 50 feet. Dola has been coming across the middle here between the corner market and the corn depot, between these two water wheels that power these buildings.
I mean, you're not, at least you won't fall to the ground. The carpet is on its own. The carpet will keep you afloat at the very least.
So Tony needs to make,
is it my turn?
Tony's knocked out. This is finishing Stamatitis' turn.
Okay.
This is not your turn. We just finished Tony, your turn, Ajax, Atalanta, everybody.
Well, I'm just saying, so yeah, because I have more plans.
So Tony has gone down. I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Death save.
And a death save first, yeah.
Okay. Why would he make a wisdom saving throw? Just asking.
Because of the Blazing Edict that is coming out of Stamatitis' Hulkbuster.
He's unconscious, so would he fail technically?
Yeah, so I guess Tony would just automatically take damage.
Mm-hmm.
So Tony fails 2 death saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
That brings it to Dola. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, well, first of all, did I take damage?
Well, yes. That is 45 radiant damage.
Cool, I'm down.
You are down on the screaming carpet.
Yes.
Yep.
60 feet in the air. So that would... Oh, God. Cool. That's 1 failure.
1 failure. And so you've gone down, technically stunned, but you're down anyway. That is Stamatitis' turn. We come to, in the order, we're going to check in on the bands. I'm going to ask David, roll me 2 D100s to represent the Mad Androids and the Hunter's Gun Collective. And
85.
85. And I'm going to ask you to multiply that by 2 because Big Will and Primrose are there, although they're doing the bare minimum as far as helping goes.
So that's 170.
170. All right, so that damage is dealt to one of the cadaver collectors as it's instantly bloodied, and it's on death's door. It's looking pretty hard beat up. You see its arm is kind of hanging off from one of the sockets, the sparking of the different magical circuits and wires. That is our check-in on the Hunter's Gun Collective. I'm going to ask you to roll for the Grim Process band that is on the other side of the river here, fighting with you all.
You're about to witness.
Distracting
Actually,
one of the
I have.
collectors.
Oh, I'm excited. I am excited because I
I
have.
fucking hope so. I'm down.
Trust me, I have plans. 73.
73. So the Grim Process Band does 73 damage against this Cadaver Collector they've gotten the attention of in the alley here. 73.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That is that. We've checked in on the different bands here. Dola, I need you to make a death saving throw.
You just need to not make them.
Damn it.
I got you.
That's an 18.
An 18. So you succeeded once. Very good. And we move on to Cecil Day's turn. Cecil Day had just come out of this this basically writhing ball of vines, having found himself picked back up once more. He's going to continue to attack that same Cadaver Collector. Check here. Okay. So he pulls back one arm and he goes to punch once and twice because he's no longer got the thing engulfed. That is 2 27s to hit for a total of that is 29 damage. And this Cadaver Collector on the roof, the lights in it begin to go out slowly as it has been KO'd and slowly tumbles to the ground of the pavilion below it, narrowly missing some of the members of the Mad Androids. As Cecil Day kind of flexes once and goes to leap across the river using his movement. He gets onto the water wheel in the middle, and that's where he ends his turn.
What's Fratone doing?
Fratone is fighting under
one of the.
Trust me, I got you. I'm like actually so excited for my turn.
Make a perception.
I was,
Both
dude.
of
I
you
was
guys
so
are
ready.
like
No.
your death saves.
Trust
right now, so.
trust in that. Like, I got you. I have you in my hands, and I'm not.
I had my cool token so fucking ready.
Don't worry, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
And so it becomes the turn of the Dire Troll. You've passed out on this rug.
Is it the turn of the Dire Troll? Because I thought, okay.
It's the turn of the
That's
Troll
fine.
Rug. Yeah. It goes Cecil Day, then the Troll Rug, but that's basically like all Dola and some of our NPCs all in kind of one go.
Mm-hmm.
That said, we're kind of zooming in on just the moment that Dola passes out there. You got an 18 on your check. This rug, I already cashed in my roll of cool token, but I think I think it'd be funny if it did like a medicine check.
I was actually, if I may, I have an idea. If you will let me, just I want to get to my turn. Have it hold its turn for that medicine check.
This is the bare bottom of the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it can hold its turn into the next round, can it?
Then it will. Then let it do the medicine check.
Okay.
That's even better, actually.
It can't hurt.
It can't hurt. No.
David, I would ask you to roll a wisdom check. Let me just double check my troll here, my troll blocks.
I'm gonna roll the dice
Yep.
and tell you the number I get.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15.
15. There is no modifier on this. It's just a +0.
10 to stabilize.
So 15, 10 to stabilize, right?
Yes.
You see the rug is almost like a rug of smothering in that it begins to wrap in and around your dying body as it squeezes once. It squeezes twice.
No.
It squeezes a third time. And your heart begins to resuscitate as the rug has performed impromptu CPR on Dola, and you are unconscious at the moment, I believe,
but stable.
but stable.
Story of my life.
And the rug has done this, and it's still flying across. What is it doing with its movement? It's moved another 30 feet into the air, and you're currently 60 feet in the air, right?
You know what? Keep going. I can make the shot.
We
what
go
do you
30
think
feet
the
up.
spirit troll 30 feet up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say 15 feet up. I'm gonna say 15 feet.
Yeah, get out of that. Get out of that radiant.
Yes.
You got to get out of that radiant.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me to check if it recharges, which it doesn't. That said, we move on in our initiative here. That is the spirit troll's turn. We come to the specters. The specters begin to attack the different family members here, Balder and Hera specifically. And so I'm just going to roll 1d20 for them. If they get above 12, they hit. If they don't, then they don't hit. It's a 9. No dice. The specters go to hit, and all of them just swing wide, left, right. Some of them fall over and dissipate instantly. Others just begin to float up into the air mysteriously, as it seems that the power that has been sustaining some of these robotics has begun to lose some of its juice after summoning so many rounds of specters. Their supply has run dry. They can't do it forever.
That's why you never get high on your own supply.
And so the cadaver collectors would go in this moment. And so the first one uses its movement to approach. Well, you are over by Adelant now. So this first cadaver collector is going to approach Steve. It's going to run up to the building of the corner market. It's going to then, let's see here.
Will it have?
It's going to start slamming the building itself.
I was gonna say.
And so it's going to do an attack against like basically what is wood. And so let me pull out my little tools thing here. Something like wood or bone would be an AC of 15. So this cadaver collector is going to slam twice against the building here. It is a 14 and a 20. So it does a total of 35 damage to the building. As you see the structure begin to crumble and collapse.
Only with 35?
Well, it's beginning.
Okay,
it's not like this
I thought it was
happens
just
right
like
now.
boom, and I was like, damn.
No. But also, give it like one more chance and it might. And so
Yeah, no, Steve
it
can
begins
survive.
to slam into the building. The building begins to shake a little bit and rumble as the battlefield
Also, this
slowly is changed.
I just want to say, Irene is a fiend, right?
A devil.
A devil? Ooh, Steve's a paladin.
Yep.
Steve tightens the belt. I could do this all day.
I can do this all day. As another cadaver collector travels its movement up to the building and begins to slam once and twice. That's a 12 and a 28. So a 28 will hit, and it begins to do a total of 29 damage to the building. So we're at about 60 here. Just keeping general track because the moment I get to 100 is when the building collapses.
Yeah, that's tracks. That's fair.
And so, what is happening here? Yep.
What is up?
Right. Okay. And
With
this
the-
cadaver collector is going to roll and fight against the Grim Process Band. They go to do some damage. Their damage threshold is 28, I believe, right?
I think that was the Hunter's Gun collected. Unless it's
That's for
all.
all the bands.
Oh, then yes, 28.
And so with 2 slam attacks, this one does a damage of, let's add that together. That's a total of 70 minus 28, which would be 42. So the Grim Process
From
Band.
one attack?
Well, they're all going. It's like
Well,
5,
this
6
is,
people.
This is the 2 slam attacks from one cadaver collector.
Didn't both of those attacks get the minus 28? Or was that not how?
I was doing it per token that is attacking.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got it.
fair enough.
No, you're good.
So 42 damage against the Grim Process Band. You see they are worse for wear. As
Less
the flute
competition.
player's flute is broken. Damn.
I'm not saying that out loud. Hey, we need to win this competition.
And for all intents and purposes, this band is bloodied, and that it's going to use its paralyzing breath as well. And so I need to make a Constitution saving throw for the band. I'd say they have a +2. David, can I ask you to roll a Constitution save with a +2 for this band?
That's with the +2. That's a 4.
That's a 4. So this band is currently paralyzed. As they are hit by the paralyzing breath, the Cadaver Collector goes in for those attacks, and that's what happens for that guy. We move on to the Hunter's Gun Collective and the Mad Androids, as well as Big Will and Primrose. One of these Cadaver Collectors is going to attack Big Will and Primrose. It's going to do damage here. I'm going to ask you for a D100 roll to see what their HP or their damage barrier is.
64.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. And so this Cadaver Collector begins to attack with a total of, wow.
Could be good. Could be bad.
It could be bad. I
It's
just
a total of 75, so it does pass the damage barrier by
Mhm.
11. So Big Will and Primrose take 11 HP worth of damage, and with the natural one from the D100 checking in on them, I would say that they're just like Baldur and Hera at like 50 HP right now. So
Yeah.
they take 11 HP of damage. So they're at a total of 39, just in case I'm going to forget later on. So that's one Cadaver Collector. These other Cadaver Collectors go to attack the Hunter's Gun Collective. So this first one does damage for
27. Whoa, cool.
and then subtract the 28 HP barrier. So the first Cadaver Collector does 48 damage to the Hunter's Gun Collective. And let's do that math first. All right, that's what happens there. Another Cadaver Collector goes in to attack the Mad Androids, and we're going to roll damage for that one as it begins to slam down and break all of the ground around there, sending shrapnel into the air.
Do it on the ground.
That is minus 28. So the Mad Androids take a total of 39 damage.
it's actually kind of goated. I'm not even gonna lie.
I hope so. I hope so. It goaded in the
I'm
send
winning.
it down.
I'm just waiting. That's it.
That's good. No, that's good. Just
Okay.
no need to rush busting it down, sexual stuff.
No, I'm not rushing
One
it.
on the Mad
I'm just
Androids.
creating tension for the audience.
Second one on the Mad
Create tension for me.
Androids.
Trying to do something right.
And sorry. One more is attacking the Mad Androids band here. And that is and the damage total before the damage barrier was 69, Lamau. Minus
Nice.
28 is 41. So the Mad Androids take another. Oh my gosh, I keep alt tabbing at the wrong time.
Yeah. Badunga.
Okay. And the Mad Androids after that round are bloodied, and this final Cadaver Collector goes to attack Fratone, despite it being with singular HP digits.
Also, Fratone holding it down just on his own, fighting one. Everyone is like 2 or 3 people. Fratone is on his own. Fratone is fighting on his own.
Yep.
The dog. Low-key,
Uh,
this game, it hit me the other day. I was like, Fratone is fighting one on his own.
I forgot he was even here. to be
I got,
honest.
there were moments where I was like, what
He's
is
not
Fratone?
really nearby.
Yeah, there were times where I was like, what the fuck is Fratone doing? But then it hit me. Fratone is fighting one of these motherfuckers on his own. He's like, I went to bad college.
Exactly like that. Yes.
This Cadaver
Ho, ho, ho,
because
on God.
just one actual stat block. The the Cadaver Collector will actually roll its attack rolls here, which is 15 and a 25. The 25 will hit, 15 does not. As Fertone takes.
Does he have silvery barbs? Is that
does
thing?
have silvery barbs.
Can he can he use reaction to drop that 25 to something that he can protect or no?
Because I already rolled it and I already said it, I'm not going to do that. But
Dang.
the next time that comes around, absolutely. If there is another attack that comes this way, by all means. I'm
just trying to make sure he lives. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of living, Fertone takes a total of 44 damage. Let's see here.
And he's still up.
Yeah, he is actually still up.
He's got a good
13.
13. He's good. Nah, hey, all you need is one. Take actions, every actions, bro.
Yep. And I think that is the end of all of the Cadaver Collectors. Every Cadaver Collector has finally gone. We come to the Irenes here. This Irenes is fighting Steve now. And with the natural 1 on the D100 to check in on the family, I would say that he is also at 50 HP.
That's fine.
This Irenes is going to attack with its long sword 3 times.
He's about to drop the sun on her.
And
your paladins.
We're not about. Don't tempt it.
So your damage threshold is 64, right? Well, yeah. I think that's what we rolled for. Yep,
64.
Okay, so the attacks here. Get the math calculator here.
I know that he's immune to being poisoned because of divine health.
There's no poison attached to this one.
Just in case, because I knew
the arrow. Is he immune to poison damage or
no? He's not. To condition.
Okay.
I cleared that up because I played Paladin one time and they're like, you can take poison damage, just not be poisoned, which is fine.
So minus 64, that will be a total of 19 damage that Steve takes. Steve is left with 31 HP. As we continue in the rounds here, that's the Irenes. As she takes her sword and just barely gets by the shield and leaves a couple of short, very shallow cuts. As the Irenes, then we finally come to Fertone's turn, and Fertone is going to just attack twice on this Cadaver Collector and probably get the hell out of there because that hurt.
How much damage did they do?
Can he bonus action healing word himself?
Yeah, he probably could. He's going to use his multi-attack real quick though. That's 1, that's 2, an 18 and a 27 against the Cadaver Collector will both hit, so that's 2d8.
If he's single digits, I doubt.
Yeah, he could do the 1-on-1 and then go to.
I mean, like no roll required.
That's a 2 and a 1 on the dice, but you do add what is that? 22 to that for each attack. Not for each attack, but that's like the total between the 2 attacks. So 3 plus 22 is 25, which deletes it. This Cadaver Collector I can mark as dead, 0 HP. Wonderful. Fertone then takes his movement and mirthful leaps back up 15 feet to the middle of this Bob's building. Sorry, that one just surprised the hell out of me.
Happens to me all the time.
As Fertone mirthful leaps up onto the building here and begins to cast bonus action healing word on himself. Because he didn't use a spell there. He's going to use that level 1 spell slot. Or I think he's used 2 level 5 spell slots here.
I got you.
Yeah, so that's a D4 plus charisma, 3 plus charisma. That is a total of 9. All right, so Fertone is healed for 9 HP there and is nearby Cecil Day. Well, catching up with Cecil Day. He's about to cross the river just like Cecil. And we come to, after Fertone's turn, we come to D. You're back in the order here.
All right. You ready for this?
Yes. What's up?
All right. Here's what's going to happen. Desmond pulls out an arrow. Pulls out 2, actually. One for what's it called?
Money?
Huh?
One for the money.
No, yeah, one for the money, one for the fame, but no. One, and around the arrow is a healing potion that we've had. And here's the thing. I can make the shot. Why? Not only have to roll required. See the belt? Magic activates. I don't even look. Shoot. Arrow goes in the air. Hits it. Next thing that happens, Ingrid Locale. Familiar. Uses object interaction to feed you your potion. And now you're probably wondering, damn, what about Tony? Well, that's crazy because I have one more spell slot left. The last first level spell. And if you don't know about Cure Wounds, that's a touch. But I'm so far away. How can that be? Oh,
Ajax. baby.
Ajax flies in, goes and touches. And then one arrow, just for the fucking hell of it, to shoot at Stomatitis. And goes.
With Tony up, doesn't now
Tony-
he can do his
Tony,
shit.
that's the thing. Here's what happens. Tony, bonus action rage. He's mad. Number one, you went after his family. Number two, you put his life in extreme danger. Tony is fairly upset. And he's got rages for days. What he does, and this is where the rule of cool token comes in, because I'm cashing that in combo, takes the armor, and his chest is open with this core inside. And wouldn't it be crazy if you pried that open with all that rage, open it up for what? Oh, that's right. Who's holding in the shot? We're the Tigerbacks, gang. Atalanta, ballista ready at this core to pierce through. And Desmond,
So there's a lot of moving pieces.
there's a lot of moving pieces. I've had
Finish your thought.
that is so so the only thing that would really require me to roll anything is the shot, which would I would ask for advantage because Tony is going to go and
He's
grapple
given the help action
and
there.
going to grapple and open Stomatitis up.
So I would ask first, let's get an HP number for everybody as far as what healing goes. So you're saying you're going to get one potion of HP onto Dola.
Dola,
You're saying a second potion of HP.
no
because
potion of
you're
HP, cure wounds.
You're
No.
cure woundsing?
I'm cure woundsing Tony. Potion
Right.
I deliver to Dola,
What
but
kind of potion is that?
it's just a normal one.
So that is
That's the greater ones, the ones that we got.
2D.
2d4.
It's 2?
Yeah, I believe it was the greater healing potion.
Potion of greater healing
Is there
says 4d4
44.
plus 4.
44 plus 4?
What about side plus a side?
Never thought I'd die side by side with an elf.
What about side by side with the
So
side?
Ingrid,
Aye.
look. So that's
Aye.
because Ingrid, I'm assuming is a familiar that helps us out, has its own actions just
I would
like
describe it
Ajax.
more like a homunculus.
That's
but
even better.
Pretty close.
Homunculus is a familiar,
Is it?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
so
Fair
it
enough.
would have its own actions. It can do the object interaction, especially if it's R2D2 like. Of course, it can administer.
Okay.
That's why I got scared when you were like, "Yeah, he's gonna the carpet's gonna move away," and I was like, "Wait, no, wait."
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but so now I didn't even have to roll.
So
for
I'm up
that.
at 15 right
So you're
now.
up. So you have your turn up.
Now you do your cure wounds roll.
Cure wounds for my
you
dad.
Heal Dola. You're going to heal Tony,
That's 7 HP,
and
but
that brings
that's
him to 7
Yeah.
HP.
and he's up. See, but the thing
Up to
is,
7.
death resets
Mm-hmm.
are good. He's at 7 HP.
Yep.
And he's raging. Gonna use that rage to
And so you cure wounds through Ajax. So
Yeah.
that used Ajax's
Ajax's,
reaction.
Ajax.
Still has a full action.
Yeah. Ajax will give the help action to me and my mom, because this shot kind of needs to be made. Like this, because
Okay.
the power has to be coming somewhere.
So we've covered the actual turn, and now we're getting to the rule of cool.
Yeah, I need to shoot the
Okay.
shot. I need to shoot the shot.
Shoot.
Okay.
Well, actually, I won't. The shot that I will shoot, that I will call, is for the Irene that Steve is fighting.
So you're gonna shoot at the Irene.
Yeah, I have 2 shots because it's extra attack.
Yeah.
So one shot to David, the other one.
Yep.
And
So let's get the attack for the Irenes.
so this is just a +6.
Come on, Irene.
I know. 22.
22 will hit.
Yes. That's good. 10. Hold up. Let me just make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, 10 plus 11, 21 points of damage
Mhm.
as this ungodly arrow. Steve sees me aiming for the shot. He
Yep.
opens this Irene up just in the chest.
Absolutely.
Like Tigerback family in full motion. Like I know everyone's kind of on the ropes, but like we are a family of heroes first.
Just because you're at low HP doesn't
Doesn't mean
you're
we
not
can't.
full
Yeah,
sending.
we're not full sending. So this is
Always full
so-
sending.
yeah, but then this is the really cool part. Tony opens like I don't know if the Maru closed. I don't know if Sturmatitis closes
There was a hole breach on the side from way earlier in the
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah,
that I
he's
remember.
gonna go and rip it open to like get the inside.
So you're expunging your Rule of Cool token. You're cashing it in for Tony to rip open the Hulkbuster armor to
To-
expose like
to
a
expose-
target.
To expose Sturmatitis. So whatever this damage from this ballista will hit is true to Sturmatitis
So
only.
we've been multiplying the HP. It's been 2 D100s, right?
For what?
Sorry, not the HP. The damage that the ballista does.
Has been
Is-
no
It's
We've been
two
doing
D100s.
like a D1, 2
Yeah,
D100s,
or just
right?
one
2
D100.
D10.
So
Yeah,
and
one
so I
D100.
would say that if that succeeds and it goes as planned, that I would interpret that as like 4 D100.
That's
Right.
fine. I would
No.
I would be fine with not quadrupling it, but I want to disable that chest ray.
You want to disable the
So
chest.
what I want to do is I want Tony to like
so
he's
2D100.
2D100, but he's prying that part open like it like I'm
Okay.
assuming it like has a closed shunt.
Yeah.
He's gonna go
It's like
take-
a little lens.
he's gonna
or
take it-
something
yeah, he's
that
gonna take
focuses
it. Open it Thor style, like opening the heart of the dying star, going
Okay.
like this, and then our Atalanta like
If
far
you are
shot.
willing to subject Tony to that damage of the ballista, I will. That changes how cool things are for me.
I will.
far as-
Yeah, Tony will. Tony will absolutely take that shit because he's mad. He's very mad. So like,
And before I regret anything, I'm going to ask you what his total HP is at this moment. His max
7.
HP.
But here's the thing.
No. His max HP.
Oh,
Sorry.
218.
218.
Mhm.
So theoretically, he can't really be KO'd by this.
No.
Which is what I wanted to double check before I say anything else. That said, so Tony's gonna rip open this chest. Atalanta is gonna land a shot, and we're gonna roll 2D100s to see that. But you're saying that if it succeeds, like if you pass, this chest ray is disabled.
And also,
Straight
all
up.
that damage is going to be nailing Sturmit,
Well,
nailing
it's
the
gonna
Maroon.
nail the
Yeah.
suit and
Yeah.
Tony as well. Yep.
Yeah. But Tony's raging. But even then, this is going to hopefully not knock him out. His DC right now is still 15.
Right. And so he'll have to make a save.
Oh, sorry. It is 20. Sorry.
The DC is 20.
20.
And so I think let's take a look here at my little rating bar.
So much happened in one turn. Desmond
I
brought
think there was
everybody
a lot
up.
of cool stuff.
Desmond brought everyone
As
up.
for the Rule of Cool invocation itself, I would tell you that's mathematical, and you need to
Got
beat
it.
7.
Okay.
Bro, come on. No, don't. No,
I got a
no,
6.
no.
Son.
Well, okay. At the very least, not disabling, but can he give the help action to like
A
absolutely
lot of
nail
that
the
stuff
fuck?
is still going to happen. As for disabling this core feature of the thing when it's already on a recharge, I'm not gonna
That's
do.
fine.
But like everything else still happens.
That's
about
fine.
as planned.
Let me at least roll. Let me.
So
hold
give
up.
me the What are you rolling first here?
I don't even know.
What did you roll for? The death save
Uh,
or the con save?
yeah, the con save.
Con save.
Tony, what he does is he, at the very least, like is on top of Sturmatitis' face, and is just like raging as this ballista comes in deep and
Oh?
yeah, comes out
Hey,
deep. Yeah,
yo.
Mhm.
yeah. But that's what happens. I can't believe I fucking rolled a 6.
I
Yeah,
know.
son.
It happens to the best of us.
Sorry, Chief.
Mhm.
So roll me 2D100s.
Fucking do it, mate. Come on.
Okay. Oh my god.
No.
42, 22, 64.
Okay.
how much health does this thing have? Because it's been eating 80s.
I know, dude.
Do you actually want to know
Nope.
what the HP
I
total is?
really don't.
I don't.
I
think
really
you
don't.
don't. Okay. You have bloodied it. That is a thing that had happened.
Yeah. Let me
you know,
just give me
I-
a second.
it's
Give me
more
one
suspense
second.
than
Gets
Okay,
my turn.
so
Give me a second.
Tony,
Supposed to have
I need
2 rounds
that was
ago.
the con save, right?
Mhm.
What did he roll?
Huh?
What did he roll for his con save?
Is not enough.
Not
rolled
enough.
it.
So he's knocked
so
out
rolling a
again.
death save.
So I'm
Yeah.
rolling a death save. Now
Did he just?
he lives.
20.
Yeah.
He's back up?
He's back
Oh my
up.
God.
He's like, honestly, what's going through Tony's head is just what keeps him going isn't the fact that his family is on the ropes. It's not that he's freaking out, but it's the fact that he's so damn proud of his son. The only thing he sees as he kind of starts to fade, behind Atalanta is like Desmond like with the belt calling the shots.
Yep.
So you see that he sees his son grab the arrow and just 1,000 times nail it on Ingrid Locale, and Ingrid Locale is moving like R2D2 style and administers the potion. You see Dola gets up, right? You see that he flawlessly shoots another shot as Steve as they're fighting, he takes his shield, bashes a longsword to the side, and then grabs hand, opens her up as another arrow thunks into her chest, and he throws it back down. They keep fighting, and as all the time you can see him hold his head as Ajax comes down and brings him up, and he feels this vigoration. It's just pure pride. Just goes and goes and rips open the side as his wife goes and unleashes the shot.
Yep.
And in that moment, just even though the impact of this ballista shot rocks into his core, just so hyped. The rage, he's just proud. The rage technically ceases. Flavor wise, he's still mad.
Flavor wise, still mad.
Still mad. Mechanically, rage is gone, but he's up. He's up by 1.
Up by 1 with the natural 20 on the death save.
God damn.
Wait,
Hot diggity
yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. And then so that concludes turns, family.
Family.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Was that the 3rd time I did it?
I don't know.
I'm at 1 hour and 12.
Hour and 12. Okay,
Saw
good.
another
So
one.
we got another one. Yup. Yup.
Yep.
I told you my turn was gonna be a lot,
That was a whole 10-minute turn.
but because I went for 4 people.
Yeah, you did a whole lot of stuff, and now it's Stamatitis' turn, and it's time for him to undo all of that. So Stamatitis is sitting
Still
there,
stay up.
hovering menacingly over Tony and Ajax, and he goes to slam down. He's going to slam down once and then use his movement, and so both take
It's a one person. It's a one
okay,
target
so
slam.
he's going to attack Ajax first, and then he's going to attack Tony.
Okay.
And so he attacks Ajax once for 60 damage because it's an auto hit.
It's like goodbye.
Puff of smoke and feathers.
And then
And
hitting
then
Tony.
hits Tony for
Tony.
And you're gonna
60
Tony.
damage.
This is for the death save because technically Tony is.
Well, if he's already unconscious, this would be like a
Well, no.
critical
And
hit
he's
too.
back
No,
up
no,
at
but he's
1.
back up by 1.
Back up at 1.
Because
Yes,
natural 20. So
So you
take
have to
60
beat that.
damage.
16 falls.
Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw for the frenzy thing, or
18.
No?
No, because
No more
his-
rage.
well, that's where it's finicky because he's technically stayed up. So
Okay.
so he stayed up. So then would his rage would not have ended?
I feel like he still has one more rage in the tank anyway.
Oh, he's got 4.
Right,
At
so-
level 17, you get 6 rages.
Right. So,
So-
I don't think he's gone through all of his
No.
rages.
So if but if he
I
wants
know
to
it'd
be
take a bonus action,
Yeah.
this, but like that,
yeah, then it's relentless rage. Then for the roll that I rolled an 18. 18 plus 11 passes, so he's
so
up.
he's still up at 1.
Yeah, he's still up.
Hot dog.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then he takes 45. Right, it didn't
It didn't
recharge.
charge.
It didn't recharge.
Mm-hmm.
I will check to see if it recharges for the next round. That is a 3.
Yes.
Um,
Oh,
God.
wonderful.
Would have been a
So
game
that's
ender.
The 2 attacks.
Well,
there.
he would have to
and-
choose one person. There's no way that Sturmtice could get all of us.
Yeah.
So,
And
and mind you, Atalanta hasn't taken any damage. She's just been up there. So,
true, very true. So Stamatitis in the Hulkbuster suit takes all that damage, gets off those 2 slam attacks. That is his turn specifically. Then we come to the Hunter's Gun Collective. We're going to check in on all the bands here. Roll me a D100. David, 2 D100s for the Mad Androids.
65.
that's good.
65. Sorry, that one was on purpose. 65. One of these Cadaver Collectors is down, so that's out of the mix. 65. You see another Cadaver Collector. That's a total between the 2 D100.
Oh no, that was just one D100.
Okay, cool. So 65.
For the
Should
first
I
one.
roll a second one?
Yeah, 2 and
Oh, that's an 87
87
for the
Okay.
second.
Yeah, and so between the 2 bands, they knock out another Cadaver Collector here as it begins to crumble and falter as the lights of it go out, the energy dimming,
It's only
and
like
they
3
focus
left.
their attention on a couple other things. D, I'm going to ask you to roll a D100 for the Grim Process Band.
67, close.
67. You see that the Cadaver Collector that this band is fighting is bloodied.
Fight. Just fighting it out. Who loves God more? I love God. I love God. Bro, fucking suck your dick.
I love Zach Fox.
That is all the bands here. Then we move on in the initiative to Dola. You have been here.
You're up.
You're up.
You're
Dola
up.
just sort of like pepperly, just
Ingrid locale.
sort of realizes
That's the
where
button,
they
baby.
are, what the fuck is happening again. Takes probably less time than they should have to think about what they're going to do next, and they go and reach into their pocket, and sort of takes them a little too long, but they pull out. It makes sense why it took a little longer. Is an oily ball of popped corn that is in one big glob of just that, and
It's a corn blob.
It's old and it's mushy now. Yuck.
and this is where I invoke my rule of
It's been
cool.
4 days. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. She's going to toss it up to her mage hand
Okay.
that's going to fastball it to the suit in that same sort
the
of
Hulkbuster.
at the Hulkbuster,
Okay.
and she's going to ready a firebolt to shoot it once it gets
shit.
close enough,
Okay.
having it
Some ultra kill
explode.
shit. Yeah.
It's an improv Molotov cocktail.
And so help me put some numbers on this.
Let's say
as
it
far
just
as
does
what's
it
happening.
a D100 of fire damage. Is it this oil
Sure,
and corn
yeah.
splatters all over the?
Okay.
Okay.
So you go to do this. This is your rule of cool. I think that's actually algebraic. You've got to beat 4. No.
This is that one.
Oh
This is that one.
Oh no.
You throw it, it crumbles in you.
So
I
nothing
just
bad
missed the
happens
shot.
Ever.
Bro,
Uh,
you still have your turn, right? You still have
yes.
your turn. Just shoot.
Now
Just shoot,
let's
bro.
talk about what you do for your turn.
Just
I'm
something,
so
man.
sorry, brother.
God damn it! I was waiting for 5 rounds for this. I swear. Oh, that was gonna be so cool. Fuck. Okay.
Moment of silence.
For real though.
Okay, actually a moment of silence.
Okay, so now Dola is going to go and cast Firebolt, but she's going to do some weird stuff with it. She's going to use
Bill Spronky.
both of the meta magics to cast one as a bonus action and then cast another one and double that motherfucker. So 2 shots are going to go towards the Hulkbuster, and then another one's going to go towards Eileen.
Okay.
Eileen's
two
the
shots on
Irene.
the Hulkbuster.
Afine's the devil.
Huh?
She's a
The
devil.
Irene
Fuck.
is a devil.
Fuck.
Yes.
Um,
What I need to ask you for is
Just keep all at stamatitis. Just all.
Well, I
so
can't
you're shooting
double
at
up, though.
stamatitis twice, and you're shooting at who? The
You know what,
Irenes twice.
The
Yes.
corpse collector.
the corpse collector.
So what?
So I just rolled a hit.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the hit.
First one was a nat 1.
You.
Like that's still a 13.
Yeah, that's a natty one.
That's a nat 20.
Oh my god. What? So one misses critically on
And then-
on stamatitis, one critically hits on stamatitis.
Yes, and then the last one was a synthetic 20.
The last one was his synthetic 20 against the Irenes. Okay. So I'm going to
Are you gonna wait? No, are you doing the corpse collector or the iron?
So here, I'm going to tell you what happens about that nat 1 first. You are leaning over the edge of this spirit troll. And as you go to shoot, you lean just a little too far over the edge of the carpet. And you begin to fall. But as you begin to fall, the, what is that? Like maybe 80 to 60 feet that you're falling. You manage to get off these 2 miraculous shots. As you're falling upside down, it's almost like a scene from the Matrix as you get off these other shots. But you are in the middle of falling, and we'll get back to that on your next turn.
The
You
spirit
haven't
troll
reached-
goes. The spirit troll goes at the end of the round. Know that it
Aye,
can
aye.
catch you.
That's the hope.
And so what I'm going to ask you for is the critical damage you rolled for stamatitis. Give me that first.
Oh, that's 18. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
Yeah, way to go.
Sorry, I just looked at it and I was like, what?
That's 26 fire damage.
26 fire damage.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez, bro. Just double checking things here.
And then the other shot.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh,
The other shot was a 12.
that's still nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty,
Give
dog.
me a second. So, stamatitis, his Hulkbuster suit is looking pretty worse for wear here. I should have told you maybe a round ago or so, but you did get down to double digits at this point. You're at double digits. You do 12 damage against the Irenes here. 12 damage. All right, cool. That is your turn. Yeah. Yes. That is Dola's turn. And you see Cecil Day is running across the water wheel and begins to basically what is happening here. Same thing that happened to Thanatos not too long ago. He jumps from the water wheel and he sees Dola literally 15 feet horizontally from him. He jumps from the water wheel with all of his vines, begins to wrap you up in a little cocoon ball, basically baby Bjorning you the way he
Everyone
baby
gets
Bjorns
baby
everyone,
Bjorn.
and does a tumble onto the roof of the Corn Depot where he is maybe you and Cecil now are maybe 20 feet from Stamatitis and Tony duking it out. Cecil Day reaches up 15 feet here and not puts you on the roof, but like just kind of gets in a position to then move into a line of sight spot for you to be attacking and for him to attack as well. That is Cecil Day's turn at this moment in time. So basically he's used his movement and then is going to use like the hide action basically. So I'm going to have him do a stealth check here. That is a 10. I'm going to double check my stat block here for stealth. He's not standing still, so he doesn't have the false appearance stuff. That is still a +8, so an 18. Passive perception of the Hulkbuster. That's okay. 8 plus wisdom, that's 2, so 10. Definitely passes. You guys are hidden for the time being. That is Cecil Day's turn, and then it would come to the Spirit Troll, who is just kind of hovering 60 feet in the air. with Ingrid Locale. So you hear a series of clanks and bops and whistles, and then you hear a response of you hear like steam pour out of a valve, like a train whistle kind of deal. And they're just having a conversation up there as they begin to hover separately but next to each other, and continue to move over to D. And I think they begin to use their movement to head over to D and Atalanta. So they move 30 feet in that direction, use a bonus action dash, and now they're 60 feet in that direction. Check on the
Bonus action dash?
Yeah, for the rug and
the rug.
Ingrid Locale.
I thought you were talking about the corpse collector for a second. I was like, they can do that?
That'd be cool.
That'd be awful. I'd be like,
Terrifying
that'd be
as well.
bullshit. I'd be mad.
Okay, so they get pretty close to the anti-aircraft guns, but they're definitely not in the way as they fly over that way. You and Cecil are caught in the mix over by Stamatitis and Tony. Just hidden out of sight, just barely out of the way. That is the flaming skull, what was originally the flaming skull's turn. All right. We come back to the top of the order. The specters, I believe, have all dissipated at this point. The cadaver collectors are going to attack. They're going to start attacking the different bands here. A bunch of them begin to lay into the Hunter's Gun Collective. That is for the first one. Minus 28. So the mad androids are going to take 55 damage here. Minus 55. All right. And so they are beaten pretty badly here. A lot of their instruments see damage. You see a couple strings are broken as another cadaver collector begins to attack and do its damage. Minus 28. That'll be 34 damage. As you see that the mad androids, their formation was not strong enough to withhold. And the cadaver collectors, just two of them after this round, have begun to overpower them, and effectively the group's HP is depleted. And so one of the members gets injured severely. They take on like a physical injury. Their one bandmate's foot is broken, and
no, not the drummer foot.
And you see that the cadaver collector ends up, after they fall, stepping on his arm, completely crushing it.
Jesus.
They scoop up their friend and they begin to bug the hell out of there, not before taking an opportunity attack. I keep having the wrong way. Jeez. As they take a final 36, and that band member, that band member ends up taking the full 36 damage, as even though they're escaping with their lives, the person they tried to save in that moment had actually passed away. And the mad androids will probably have to reorganize and rebrand.
They're going to need to audition.
They're going to have to hold auditions. Something they'll have to worry about later, but for now, they're getting the fuck out of Dodge as they begin to run away off the battlefield to where it's safe and hopefully less chaotic. The Hunter's Gun Collective is alone in this moment, and two more cadaver collectors stand in their way. Actually just one. This one's at 0 HP. So let me get rid of those guys. There is one cadaver collector attacking the Hunter's Gun Collective, but they are pretty damaged here for a total of 72 minus 28 is 44. So the Hunter's Gun Collective you see that Brador's spiked mace club breaks.
Oh.
You see that the cadaver collector then punches him square in the chest, and all of the wind in his lungs immediately, like vacuum sealing a Ziploc bag. Zero air.
What a terrible way to describe that shit.
That would be the sickest diss if you're talking about like an Olympic snowboarder. Just like you see that, man. Oh, what a fail. Just like a Ziploc bag that's been air sealed. No air, man.
That'd also
no
be
air.
the greatest compliment for fellatio.
Mm-hmm.
That
And at this moment in
believe you.
time, the HP for the Hunter's Gun Collective as a group runs out, and they begin to leave. They peace out, and you see that they also take an opportunity attack as they are leaving the arena here, and that is for 34 points of damage. And you see that Eileen has taken a very
Eileen the Irene.
blow. Eileen
no.
takes.
She's gonna get that name change, man.
Oh wait, what?
She's not.
It's Eileen the Crow.
Oh yeah.
The Crow.
The Irenes is a
Yes,
fiend
the
that
Irene
was
is
summoned
something
on top
else.
of the
Yeah.
corner.
Who's Eileen? What?
Eileen
Eileen
she's
is the
part of
Crow
the-
Hunter. That's the singer for the Hunter.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So we didn't want that.
No, we
did-
don't.
She got hurt pretty bad as she and her band begin to leave. Brador's spike mace has been destroyed, so they'll have to go shopping for another instrument or something. But that leaves 3 cadaver collectors on the field here.
One of them died. Another instrument broke, so it's both pretty equally bad.
That leaves us to
We all lost things here
the
today.
cadaver
Yeah.
collectors
Equally
by
important.
the Grim Process Band.
Someone's life, my guitar.
I mean, yeah, it was a Gibson, so
Yeah, it was a
it was
Fender Strat.
it was made by Gibbs, or no, it was made by Gibb and his son.
All right,
Yeah.
and so the Grim Process Band across on the other side of the river, this corpse collector goes to slam down and ends up dealing a total of 38 damage, which actually ends up injuring another member of this band as well. And all of the bands that were local to Cornmos dissipate. And I'm going to ask you two to roll me a D100 each. And this, I know I've already rolled my roll
47
token. If either of you get above 50, here's what happens. You see that a beautiful rainbow has come about after dispelling the first storm in this area.
I'm just gonna keep this from being hypothetical. I rolled a 57.
Okay, so you succeed, and this is kind of what's happening. You see a beautiful rainbow kind of manifesting, but it actually is a almost like a lettering, almost like somebody's using Skywrite. And you see in the sky, literally written in a rainbow. We hear your challenge, Foursome. Are you ready to ante up? And you see bands from all over Theros. Out of the 36 slots that there are available to apply in for this competition, for the Battle of the Bands, there's more than 36, I can tell you that, as they all show out in response to the skywriting that Thanatos had done every day for the last month.
That is true. He did that.
Every morning,
Yep.
he would skywrite, meet us. But there's one funny thing about this, which is the fact that Thanatos kept on writing the wrong name in the sky every night. He kept on calling you the Four Hawks.
Why would he do?
And so when all of these bands show up, they say, "We hear your challenge, Four Hawks."
It's because of Ajax.
What? Ajax is an owl. Ajax isn't.
Taking
You think?
inspiration, both of
You think he's
And
so
that-
smart?
is where we're gonna have to throw it on
Oh.
the ground to pick it back
Oh.
up next time.
Oh.
Tuning in, spiritual audience. We always do appreciate it. Tell me though, what do you think is going to happen next time? Let us know in our really
We
cool
might
Headcanon text
exit
channel.
combat.
Huge battle. It's a huge. I want to throw it out.
Tell us.
Audience,
Where's-
Oh,
Yeah.
Tell us in our real cool Headcanon text channel if you want it to be legit canon. Check out our Patreon. You have a chance to make some really silly shit happen. If you or a friend want to get up to speed without all the hassle, check out the Where We Left Off text channel. Jericho, if the spirits want to haunt us, where can the spookers find us?
If you love our show, please rate it 5 stars. Tell it to your friends. We love making the show. And we want to keep making it for you. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Official Fun Show. We got a Discord. We are most active on there. And also, God, this is a huge battle.
Truly.
God.
This podcast was brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Let's break out into shout outs and honorable mentions. I think my honorable mention for today is the D100. I may have shouted that out a couple episodes ago, but it's worth another one. That is a great shout out.
Well, my actual honorable mention is to, I mean, we've said it before, but like, this one goes out to Paul. This one goes out to Paul because, good God, there's so much fucking shit. There, like, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. That's it. End tweet.
My shout out goes honestly to Action Economy and fine print, because you never know
Reading rules.
when the dice suck, the rules comfort you.
Mission success? I think so. The question, however, pep or step?
Peepus.
I was gonna say penis or penis. Go penis or penis.
It's not funny. Why would you say that?
The penis.
It's entirely possible.
It's entirely possible.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
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 What a crazy turn. I told you.